Hey, how you doing? Listen, it's your girl, Dr. DJ Chapman here, affectionately known as Coach Millionista. I am the girl that literally helps you put the big in your business, the bold in your branding, the amazing in your marketing so that you can have radical results going through your bank accounts. You know, we got to get you to those millions. Yes, see, I am here today challenging you to become a millionaire in a year. Yes, I am. I said earlier, or I didn't say, but I am your radical wealth building strategist. Why? Because I'm radical. I'm radical enough to know that it is absolutely possible for you to go from where you are today to reach a millionaire status in a year. Now, who is this presentation for? This presentation is for the bold, the beautiful, those who say yes. Say yes. I want you to say yes. Now is your time to shine. Now is your time to deliver your message to the world. And everybody knows when you got a nice pocket, when ain't no dust in the pocket, life is a little bit easier. You know, money isn't everything. It's definitely not the root of all evil. It is actually a foundation to springboard your dreams and your ambitions. I remember I heard one young man say that when you are able to create money, you're able to you're operating within spiritual laws because you're not. It's not about the material things of life, but it's about being able to materialize the things of the desires of your heart, because that is a universal principle. So at the end of the day, I'm here to support you and whatever it is that you were divinely assigned to do. I'm here to help you create life, to bring life into your divine assignment. Many of us have divine assignments and then we never, ever, ever fulfill our destiny because we're too busy being part of somebody else's destiny. Can I get an amen? Somebody needs to say, it's time for me to show up for my own destiny. Because at the end of the day, it's really about us creating the space that makes it possible for us to move forward in this life as we know it, as we desire. Too many of us are living life circumcised. We're cutting off, something that could allow us to take our lives to the next level. And a lot of it starts with mentorship. At the end of the day, it starts with relationships, it starts with mentorship, it starts with who's around you, who's feeding life into you, who is, like, let me show you my shirt. Let me show you my shirt. It says, if you can see, no more 9 to 5. My mentor, 29 years old, just turned 30, he has created a space in his life to accumulate $70,000 a month. 70. He's probably past 70. Last time we talked, he was at 68,000. That's close enough to 70 for me, right? And he had a goal. He had some goals in his life some years ago. He wrote a book called No More 9 to 5. And he literally has showed me, myself, my team, everyone around me, anybody who listened, exactly how he was able to accumulate. Oh, I didn't get the best part. A $70,000 income within 6 months. Somebody better ask. Somebody got to say amen to that, okay? Legal, ethical, with full integrity. And you know how he did it? He did it by helping people like me get to a place where I'm making X amount of dollars a month. Now, millionaire in a year. How in the heck did I come up with this name, millionaire in a year? Well, I'm part of a family. It's a Forex family, and we're actually being taught how to create money, what I say, literally out of thin air, put it to work for us so that we can now multiply our money, right? So in this space, I kept meeting a lot of people who are trading Forex and cryptocurrency. I kept meeting all these people who are literally making X amount of dollars a day. Now, I want to share this with you. When you get to a place where you're making $3,000 or more a day, that puts you at millionaire status. So follow the story. I kept meeting people in this space who were literally creating and making upwards of $3,000 a day. So, and when I would talk to these people, I asked them, well, how long have you been doing this? Because in my mind, they probably been doing it a year, 2 years, 3 years. Everyone I met had been doing it for under 6 months. Like however long it took them to get to the making of 3K a day. And that's just just a trivial number because some are making much more, some are making a little less. But this is the thing, once you start really understanding strategy, the amount doesn't matter because the $3,000 could be 30 grand, the $3,000 a day could be 300. But once you start creating and understanding strategy, you can make whatever amount of money that you desire. Now, let me ask you a question. How many people went to the school where they teach you how to make money? How many people? Oh, yeah, let me put my hand down. Basically, no one ever raises their hand. No one ever raises their hand when I ask that question. You want to know why? because there is no school out there that teaches you how to make money. There isn't. There's a lot of different ways to make money. It's a lot of different ways to make money in America, in the world. There are gobs of ways. However, a lot of people literally pump you up, get you excited, get you motivated, or even just talk about some great information, but then they want you to pull out your credit card and they want you to purchase a product. This is the difference between what I'm teaching and what they're teaching. Neither, I'm not saying one is better than the other. All I'm saying is I'm the girl that helps you create the money that you need to buy all the other stuff that you may want to buy and even fund your own dreams. My daughter, she's an artist. She sings, she writes, she's incredible. And she needs a budget. But guess what? She's learned how to create her own money in her family. We're all supporting it in her project, but we're able to support the project because we too are a family of investors. Because that's what it's about. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the cash flow quadrant. Okay. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of Robert Kiyosaki, but Robert Kiyosaki is a bad dude. And if you haven't heard of Robert Kiyosaki, and if you went to college and you paid 4 years for 40 years of school and got a degree, go back and beat somebody up. No, I'm just joking. Don't beat anybody up. But real talk, this man, he's a financial genius. He's one of the sharpest financial minds of our time. And he tells his story. He wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he tells the story of 2 dads. He had one dad who was educated that he considered his poor dad. And he had another dad who wasn't formally educated that he considered his rich dad. His rich dad was a entrepreneur. It went through a lot, ups and downs, the whole 9 yards. A lot of entrepreneurs, like, we fail our way to success, just to be clear. Just to be real clear. But there's a paradigm that happens when you go from working for someone or working for money to working for yourself to live a lifestyle of your choice. I'm not going to say it's always going to be easy, but I'm going to tell you this is definitely worth it. And this is the thing, we're so conditioned to work for other people and to create wealth for others that when it's time to step up and do it for ourselves, we have all kinds of excuses. We really run into excuse-itis. However, it's real interesting because when you are going to work for the man, you don't have excuses. You get there every day. You get there every day. If the car breaks down on the freeway, now you can call Uber. Or you would, in the past, hitchhike, call the plane, call the train, skateboard, you knock the kid off a skateboard, you're going to get to work. Like, real talk, you're going to make it happen. So, but it's so ironic how we stop to do things for ourselves. Now we can't do it. There's a plethora of reasons why I can't get to the video you sent me, Khadija, that can literally show me how to become a millionaire in a year. There's a real million reasons why. There's one of my mentors in town who's making $500,000 a month, but you can't get there because I don't know why. It just makes no sense. Like, even if you got there and say, well, this isn't for me, that's cool. But the fact that some people just don't get there, it's like, whether I know you, don't know you, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people have the best intentions, but intentions, they don't mean anything if you don't follow through and have a real solid action. Now, back to Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote this, his second book was The Cash Flow Quadrant. The cash flow quadrant puts you in a situation where it showed you, it broke down every single aspect of, the formula that most of us abide by, okay? Voluntarily, involuntarily, we fall into one of these 4 quadrants. The first quadrant you have is employee. About 60% of us fall into the employee quadrant. Employee. This is where you go to work every day and somebody else dictates your lifestyle. Somebody else tells you where you can live. Somebody else tells you the car that you can drive. Somebody else tells you when you can go to lunch. Somebody else tells you if you can get off of work or not if something happens. Right? That to me sounds like a form of slavery, okay? You're bonded, like, real talk, you're bound to something and someone else that has precedence over your life. You have to even ask and schedule for vacation time. You can't just decide that you want to go. You have to literally ask for it. That's 60% of us, okay? Another 35% of us, we've decided to strike out on our own. Oh, that was the employee quadrant, okay? Then you have the self-employed. Another 35% of us, we decided, well, you know what? I don't really want to work for nobody else. I'm going to just work for me. The challenge with the 35% is that a lot of us end up being, we're tied to a job. Like we just created a bigger job for ourselves. And now we just have all the responsibility. A lot of us who wear a lot of different hats, you know, in this quadrant, we are doing everything. We may hire a few people. You know, being self-employed is well, not probably, it's just a step above being an employee, basically. Now, that's the left side of the quadrant. Now you have the right side of the quadrant, which is where you have your business owners and you have your investors. Business owners make up about 4% of the population. And a business owner is different than self-employed. A business owner means you can walk away from your entity forever and your entity still continues to move forward. A business owner is someone who has systems set up where they save themselves, saving yourself, systems saving yourself time, energy, and money. Saving yourself, oh my God, I forgot. Oh, saving yourself time, energy, and money. Yes, systems. So that's a business owner, like the Walmarts. You don't see the Walmart family, you don't see the Waltons at the greeting you when you walk in Walmart, right? When you go to Macy's, you don't see the owners of Macy's. When you walk into, I'm gonna leave the back side of this for now, but when you go to any established business and the owner is not there and their business goes on with or without them, I should say, that is a business owner. So don't get it confused over you self-employed people. Like some people have a bigger job, not a business entity. Now, the sweet spot, the super sweet spot is when you transition to becoming an investor. Now, believe it or not, as an employee, you can still be an investor. Believe it or not, as a self-employed person, you can still be an investor. As a business owner, you can still be an investor. The challenge is most employees are not investors. The most that they'll have is a 401k, maybe a pension. And again, they're depending on someone else to take hold of their money and manage their money for them and give them something because that's what they're used to. Same with self-employed. Self-employed people a lot of times are so busy trying to, you know, pay the bills and make things happen and put things together that they just don't have the extra time or the space to really do the investing. Business owners, absolutely. A large percentage of business owners are investors. And then you have people who are just accredited investors themselves, who that's just what they do. I fall in the investor strategy, even though I am self-employed, transitioning into becoming a business owner. And I have been on this grind for 23, about to be 24 years. So at the end of the day, I'm here sharing with you something that I, Coach Millionaire, need myself. They say you teach what you most need to learn. You know, and I just tell you a little bit about me. I have been in a space of being self-employed, an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, etc. But I've been in a space of wealth development, personal development, self-development. My thing is this: you have to figure out who you really are to be your best self, and you need mentors around you to help you go to the next level. So that's the space that I'm in, and that's the space that I thrive in. So at the end of the day, I've been fortunate enough because I was a stock options trader years ago. I was teaching. I had some students that I was teaching. My fiance, business partner, you know, at the time I was teaching him, and the student became a teacher. So he took the baton from me and he ran with it. And being a man of the family, thank God, he's really, 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 really good with numbers and all that stuff, right? So I was able to, to be honest with you, if it was not for him, I don't think I would have ever went back to corporate America. But I will say this, because we were together, we have been, you know, on this grind together all these years. He made it possible through creative investment strategies for me not to have to go back and punch a clock. So I like to be real clear, because it wasn't so much that my business was successful, because my business, you know, some months I didn't make hardly any money, like real talk. And then there was other times that but because of the strategies that we had, it paid for the lifestyle that we had or have or et cetera. So at the end of the day, but even the lifestyle that I have, which is a pretty decent lifestyle, you know, I travel, I'm able to do a lot of things. The one thing I didn't have, or I don't have, or I didn't have, I should say, because I'm creating it now, is a strong residual income. Strong residual income. And, you know, I always wanted to put having a passive permanent income in my life. Always wanted that. So what I'm learning today, as I challenge you to join me in becoming a millionaire in a year, take the challenge. What I'm learning today is that there's actually an arena out there that a lot of us don't know about, and it's been around for 4,000 years. Again, all the people with the college educations, etc. You know, rock with me here, okay? Been around for 4,000 years. You know, like, duh. And some of it is kind of new. Some of it is actually new. So, what part of what I'm gonna talk about? But I think there's people who are literally that put their money to work for them. Now that's definitely a conversation for investors. Definitely. We understand that, right? But there's another entity out there that is recession proof. I'm marveled at how many people I talk to on a daily, weekly basis, and they don't even know it exists. And for those who heard of it, they still don't know what it really is, right? It's the Forex market, foreign exchange market. Now, inside the foreign exchange, what the heck is that? For those who don't know, well, it's currency. It's literally trading money. Who knew that you could get paid from people trading money as they travel the world, as they trade one currency for another currency? As different events happen inside of different countries, you literally can get paid. Now, the foreign exchange market is similar to the stock market, except it's like the stock market on steroids. The stock market literally has about, let's see, $40 billion goes to the stock market every day. Guys, in the foreign exchange market, we're looking at $5.7 trillion a day goes through the foreign exchange market. But when you add cryptocurrency, which is the new baby on the block, okay? A lot of you guys have heard of cryptocurrency. More people have even heard of cryptocurrency than they've even heard of the Forex market, which is interesting because crypto is kind of new, but it's digital currency, right? When you add that to the equation, we're talking about a $9 trillion a day industry. Now, this is what I'm here to tell you. As Coach Millionista, okay? I got to go into coaching mode for a moment here because I'm here to tell you this. If you don't know about the foreign exchange market, and if you don't understand cryptocurrency, and if you don't know how to use these entities to put money to work for you, I'm going to tell you something. Get with the person who sent you to this information because they're literally giving you a tool and a skill set that can literally free you financially so that you can go and do and be and have, so you can live your dreams, so that you can tap into your divine assignment, so you can build a foundation of wealth so that you can take yourself, your life, and anybody around you want to go with you to a whole nother level. See, I affectionately also call myself, the new Harriet Tubman, because this is my thing. When I heard about this, I was like, whoa, I got to tell everybody. Because, the original Harriet, she was all about freeing slaves, right? I believe that a lot of us are what I consider corporate slaves. We've gotten real comfortable being uncomfortable. So it's my divine assignment, as the founder of the Millionaire's Matrix. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I do have a platform, real quick, the Millionaire's Matrix. It's a wealth building platform designed to engineer more Black millionaires, right? Because I feel like this, first of all, as Black people, we need to come together collectively and really start sharing our resources with one another, helping each other to win. So that's why I started Millionaire's Matrix, because I was a part of a lot of other companies and it wasn't really set up for us to win. Okay, so I said, you know what? I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. Let me share information that I have, that I've lived, and I'm still living, which is in the space of really understanding how to get your credit together, how to build businesses, how to put your money to work for you, how to become an investor, how to live like abundantly, more abundantly with no restrictions. Okay, so that is the Millionaire's Matrix. So, okay, I'm coming back to the present, okay, because I kind of forgot to talk about the Millionaire's Matrix, but that's okay. Because if you join me on this crusade where I challenge you to become a millionaire in a year, and I'm going to kind of go there in a minute, so just rock with me for a second. The thing is this: I partner with, because smart people partner with other people who are better, bigger, better, bolder than they are, right? I partner with a company, another company, and I had my mentor, No More 9 to 5, who introduced me to the company. Actually, I was introduced to the company before, but that's a whole nother story. But this mentor right here, because everything is in timing, divine timing, divine assignment, right? Did some things previously with the company, didn't really work out. I was like, they don't really have their stuff together. The leadership isn't really in place. I mean, the leadership was there, but they were probably so inundated with things that they were doing that they could really do everything that I needed them to do for me and my team. And because I'm already an investor, I jumped off, but that's not the point. The point is now, today, they really have it going on, like on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, I'm just so grateful that someone, brought me back into the fold of the company, because a lot of people have heard of the company name and they've been there, done that, and they kind of go, oh, they ain't, they ain't really all that, but I'm here to tell you, they really are all that. And a lot of it has to do with the team that you're on and the mentorship that you have. But the company itself really has oh my God, they got it going on. But anyway, the name of the company is iMarkets Live. And forgive me if I'm twisting a little bit. I'm in a little swing chair here and it keeps moving. So just rock with me, right? So, but it's called iMarkets Live, which stands for International Markets Live. Now, the gentleman, Chris Terry, he's a trader. He's like what I consider the Warren Buffett of Forex. He's well regarded. He's well loved. He's a keynote speaker at a lot of events where it talks about, the Forex market, right? The man is just bad. He's just bad. Like, real talk, he's amazing. So, and aside, and then he has his wife, it's Isis De La Torre, who is beautiful and she's just amazing. She has a Series 6, a Series 6 and a Series 7 license. Try to say that real fast 5 times, okay? But so she's like papered up, like she's the one who has like the credentials, but you don't have to have any credentials to trade Forex, which is really awesome for people like you and I. But she taught her husband, they put together this amazing company. And I'm going to use the word network marketing, but I don't want you to get stuck there, because see, I don't really do network marketing. I'm not a fan of network marketing. I'm just keeping 100 with you, because I'm radical and I'm raw and I'm real. I'm gonna just be real. This right here is a space where we get to be investors, okay? And to keep it legal and to be able to share it in the capacity that we're sharing it in, that is the name. It is network marketing company, but you do not have to participate as a network marketer. You can come into this company as a student / customer. You can come in and you can be a part of the services. You can purchase the services. It's an educational platform where you are being taught, where you are literally being taught how to trade in the Forex market. So at the end of the day, that is what it's all about. It's about learning a skill set that can literally free you up in abundance. I'm not a fan of network marketing, but what I am a fan of is investing. And what I am a fan of is bringing people together so that they can win. That I am a fan of, and that is something that I found inside of this company, because what's so cool is that you can come and be a part of this company and you have access to the information to develop a skill set so that you can win, period. Our product is money. Our product is teaching you how to make money, how to make your money make money for you. And if you choose, you can, share this with other people. I partnered with iMarkets Live because I saw a real valuable opportunity. I saw a way for people like myself and people, who don't really know much about investing in the Forex market. I saw a way to bridge a gap that's much needed in our community. I saw a way for us to invest in ourselves with as little as $200, an investment one time. If you play it right, it's an investment you'll make one time. And once you make that investment, you have a choice. Everything we do is built on choice, the choices that we make. And we make choices based on the information that's presented in front of us at the moment. So I'm going to present some information to you that literally I'm going to say to you, how would you like to become a millionaire in 1 year? And you're going to start with $200. And you have to start with the mindset that, number one, I can do it. All right. And this is how this goes. You get to choose. You can pay this $200 every single month while you develop a skill set that will teach you how to make $200 a day. That's one choice. You can develop, or you can choose to share this information, this knowledge, this powerful skill set with at least 2 people. Because if it made sense to you, I promise you it'll make sense to somebody that you know in this big, bold, beautiful world that we live in, right? You can share with 2 people who get it and they pay. And now you don't have to pay, right? So that's cool. That's choice number 2. Or you can choose the third choice, which is number 1, you want to help, like me, maybe share with as many people as you possibly can. It's not your job to show them that it works or prove to that it works. It's people kill you. Well, I'm going to get it first and I'm going to see if it works. I'm like, well, people are making money every day. I don't know what you're going to do, but other people making money every day. So it's a proven system. We have tons of testimonials, and I'm definitely going to put some testimonials out here for you. But at the end of the day, this is how this goes. You can actually start to build a team by sharing. Just because you're sharing information with others, you get to build a team. And it's real simple. You know, you get 12 people on your team, you know, now you're making $600 a month. Now I know that ain't a whole lot of money. Okay. I know it ain't a whole lot of money, but it might be a car note, insurance, a gas bill, or, you know, a cell phone bill. It's $600 a month. That's $7,200 a month added to your income with just 12 people. And see, this is how I look at it, right? Most of the people that you're around right now, you guys probably don't make no money together. As a matter of fact, you probably sit around and talk about what you don't have, what you ain't got, what you're trying to get, etc. Now, that's just some of y'all. It ain't all of y'all. So don't start emailing and texting me telling me your life. This is just a general statement, okay? But at the end of the day, think of how powerful it would be if you and 12 of your associates, family, friends, co-workers, however you want to put it, people you know, other leaders, got together and started creating a space where you can literally become a millionaire in a year together. Think about how powerful that is. See, I want you to think bigger than the moment. I want you to think bigger than any possibility that may or may not happen. I want you to think big enough to have enough belief that if I can do it, if other people around me are doing it, that you can do it too. And not only can you do it, you can bring some other people with you. Now, just to go a little bit further, if you and your 12 associates, friends, family, co-workers, whomever, foe, it doesn't matter, stranger you meet on the street because you share this powerful information, if all of you guys decided to tell 1 or 2 people, once you get to 30 people on your team strategically, now you're able to amass $1,000 a month extra residual income. Shut your mouth. When I first heard that, I was like, 30 people, I can get 30 people by myself. Well, no, you don't have to get them by yourself. You and your team can get 30 people. Whoa, 30 people on your team that you're helping to empower, that you're helping to free, that you're helping to help them to become financially free because you're sharing information with them that someone's sharing with you. That's a skill set to teach us how to put our money to work for us. Now you're making $1,000 a month. Come on, somebody help me here. Somebody help me. Now, we're going to take it a little step further. Because of the 30 people, if all of you guys decide to tell 1 or 2 people, see, if people really get the 2 to get free, then your team will really grow. Seriously, it'll grow by happenstance because once you have 75 people in your organization, now you're at $2,000 a month. And listen, it just goes up from there. And for anybody who really, really want a team build, I promise you, if there was ever a business, an entity that rewarded you for team building, this company has the best compensation plan, the best mentorship, the best product. Our product is money. You know how many people joined our organization from other organizations and they got a boatload of, I was about to say something else. They have a boatload of products in the garage and they're like literally liquidating stuff. Like I'm not even gonna say no other company names, but we got some good stuff from other people who are just like, oh, just give me $10, just give me $5. They just trying to get out their garage. How many people gonna do that if something were to be amiss? If you got a whole lot of money extra in your garage, are you gonna be calling people trying to get rid of it? Absolutely not. So at the end of the day, guys, this is an opportunity for you to win. This is an opportunity for you to literally be able to fund your own dreams. This is an opportunity for you to be able to challenge yourself to be bigger, bolder, and brassier than you've ever been in your life because you can put yourself in a position to win every single day. Now, let me tell you about time, the time that you would need to commit, time commitment. That's what I'm looking for, time commitment. What I asked if you'd be willing to commit 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day. And I mean, every day, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but then take off Friday, say, no, an hour a day. Now, we know that some days you're going to not be able to commit an hour. But I'm going to tell you what happens. Some people get into this space. And they not only do they do an hour a day, they start doing 2 hours. They start doing 3 hours. Oh, let me say this. Oh, wait, I got to say this. Oh, my God, I forgot to say this. Inside of our company, we have automated tools. So for people who are like, well, I don't know anything about Forex. I have no idea what she's talking about. Oh, my God. First of all, let me say this. Forex is not hard. It's just different. Okay. And I'm going to show you a quick little video that's going to talk a little bit about Forex. Okay. I'm going to put this in here just so you see a little bit of the vibe, see a little bit of the vibe. So at the end of the day, but we have automated tools. We have, when I tell you this company has made it almost impossible for you not to win. I'm going to tell you the people who don't win with us. They're the people who don't show up. I can't help you if you don't show up. You got to be hungry. You know, go listen to Les Brown when he talk about being hungry. When he talks about how his adopted mom, you know, how he wanted to help the family. And some days they didn't have food. And he was a salesman and he didn't come home. And when he was knocking on people's doors late at night trying to sell color TV, you know, to people, and they're like, son, why are you out here so late? It's dark. What are you doing? And he's like, I'm hungry. He didn't want to go home because he knew if he sold that TV, he got $20, $25 cash, and he was able to go home and buy some groceries. So he was hungry. We have to be that hungry. We have to be hungry. Let me tell you something. I don't really do the excuse thing. I really don't do the excuse thing. See, the brother who's my mentor, who's just turned 30 and is making $70,000 a month, he mentors not just me, our whole entire team. We have something called the 21 Days of Growth. The 21 Days of Growth, that if you follow it, we have people following it and they're hitting what's in our company as a chairman. A chairman, you're making at least $10,000 a month. We have different levels of chairman. Chairman 10 is $10,000 a month. Chairman 25 is 25,000 a month. Chairman 50, you guys give me 50,000 a month. Chairman 100, 100,000 a month. Okay, listen, we have people all the way up to $500,000 on our team making anywhere in between, right? From 10,000 up to 500,000. Oh, we got one or two brothers about to be making $1 million a month. Okay, so you know they real sexy. You know they both married, right? But anyway, it's room for you and I. What's so powerful about our company? You can come in and end up making more money than me or anybody else is already here because it's nothing. This is not a pyramid, and I really hate that word because people who say that they have limited thinking. They don't really understand what a pyramid is, and the most of people say it. They work in a freaking job, and that's the biggest pyramid in the world. And it's so deep because, and I learned this at a presentation, which I love being around my smart people, right? The pyramid, first of all, if you work for if you work for anybody, you punch a clock. I want to ask you who's at the bottom and who's at the top, and what's the chance of you getting to the top, first of all. Now, I'm going to tell you that first. Secondly, I want you to know when you come in any network marketing company, whether it's ours or anyone, but I would speak to ours, you come in at the top as a boss. Everything you do after that is a choice. Whether you build a team, don't build a team, get at least 2 people, it doesn't matter. You're the boss. Like you get to dictate everything, your time, when you do this, when you don't do it, how much money you make, what it takes. Like you get to strategically put together a game plan for your life with this company. Period. When you got a job, you're limited. You cannot go in and ask for $2,000 extra every single month. You can't go in and ask for $10,000 every single month. You can't do. You can do it. They probably gonna laugh at you, you know, but you're not gonna get it. Here you can get it. You get it. Like real talk. There's nothing stopping you. Nothing. Opportunity in air, but there's nothing stopping you because you get to make the rules here. So don't you ever dare say the word pyramid ever again for anybody who has their own business. And if it's a network marketing business, so what? It's still their own business. You get tax write-offs, you get your money, nobody takes your money first and tax it and then give it to you. That's a gangster. That's badass gangster. But this is what somebody said that really just, I was like, whoa, this is what happened. When the network marketing arena first started to erupt, big businesses started a whole campaign calling them pyramids. Why? Because big business don't want you leaving their employee to go and work for yourself. Are you serious? So they started the propaganda of the word pyramid. Oh, and then others, the government, see, when you go to work for a job, the government is happy because why? You do all the freaking work and then they take taxes out before you even get your freaking paycheck. And you give them permission. You give them permission. So anyway, guys, at the end of the day, I want you to really understand that it's a rat race, and you have to figure out, what do you want to stay in a rat race, or do you want to create a space for you to win? Now, I'm about to close, and I just really want to say this in closing. I love my life. I love helping other people get to a place where they can say, I love my life, where we all can say, I love my life. That is my goal. That is my aspiration, is to help more people be in a space to say, I don't really know if I understand. I don't really know what Forex is, but I heard this young lady talk about making money, make money for me. And that makes sense because generational wealth is it's a legacy and it's never going to happen unless you create the space for it to happen in. Real talk. As a black woman in America that has been classified as as an African American, which I don't really accept that name, but for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna say this to my family, for the highly melanated people that I call hemophiles, highly melanated people, we need to fund our own school system. We need to stop talking about everything that's wrong with our families and our communities, and we need to be a part of a solution. This is how you become part of a solution. Your habits, everything that you do from the time that you get up, from the time that you go to bed, you're giving permission for things to be as they are, or you're creating a different new dynamic, a new paradigm shift, so that we can come to the table and sit and eat with with our economic dollars, because the black community, highly melanated community, highly melanated people, we contribute a lot of money, discretionary money, and we tend to give it to everybody but ourselves. So at the end of the day, we have to start making different choices if we want different results. And like somebody said to me, don't complain. Don't complain if you're not trying to be a part of something different. I have more respect for a person who comes into my family, my community, my team, and say, whoa, you know what? I tried it, it wasn't for me. I haven't had anybody yet leave, but I would have more respect for someone who did that. Now I have people who don't stay present because life swallows them up and they get sidetracked. That's different. But they're here. They haven't canceled their membership. So they may not be present, but they haven't canceled the membership. But at the end of the day, if you stay present, for those who do stay present, one or two things happen. You become as good as I am or better. One or two things. You start making as much money as me or more. You don't get in this game to lose. Now, I'm not going to tell you you're going to get in and in 30 days you're making $1 million or six figures or whatever. It's definitely a process. You know, it's definitely a process. But you have to decide. Some of you have been on your job for 10 years and nowhere near are you to $1 million. Let you come over here and stay for 10 years. As a matter of fact, just stay for 10 months. I challenge you. I challenge you to do something a little bit different than what you're used to. Because see, what we've been doing as Black America, it ain't working for us. So here's another, this is a totally different conversation. Totally different conversation. I believe that it's up to us to educate each other and to share in this knowledge so that we can grow as a community. I also believe that we have a responsibility to every Black man and every Black woman that has been unjustly in prison, anything that they're going through. We as a community, we need to start fighting for our Black men so that that doesn't happen. I have a felony. I know what it feels like to be on that side when ain't nobody there for you and don't nobody know what the heck going on and da 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 da. Next thing you know, you're signing a plea agreement, whether you did it or not. I'm not gonna say that I was totally innocent in what my business partners did, but I'm gonna tell you this: had I had some real representation, had I really understood what the heck was going on, I probably wouldn't have that. The result probably would have been different. But you know, I realized like that happened to me so that I can have a voice for other people who may not be able to have a voice for themselves. So now I get it. I didn't get it then. And I have a girlfriend, it happened to her, and we was having a conversation. I said, girl, but she's a powerhouse too. She's a powerhouse. She's doing some big things too. So, you know, she's bringing Black people unity, some things together, yada, yada. But anyway, she tells her, I let her tell her own story. But this is the thing. It's time for us to do something different. They're killing our men. They're killing our men in the streets. As a matter of fact, our men are killing each other in the streets. You want to know why? Because there's no real leadership. And real talk, if you can't take care of your own home, you can't take care of nobody else's. So at the end of the day, this information is bigger than just you. And if it's not for you, if you just know what Forex is, and maybe you tried it, or maybe you think you tried it, or maybe and it ain't for you, to pass the information to somebody who wants to make a difference, not only in their life, but very possibly in their community's life. you know, because I really want everybody to understand that we are choosing every single day, and we're giving permission every single day either to be great or to be mediocre. I'm choosing to be great. I'm choosing to challenge my community and people who look like me to become a millionaire in a year. And just to break that down, because I wanted to break that down, Becoming a millionaire in a year doesn't mean that if you come into my organization, like I'm gonna just make up a date, January 1st. It doesn't mean that the following January 1st, you will be a millionaire. Now, for some of you, that is absolutely positively gonna happen. Absolutely. Some of you guys are gonna need a year to just figure out who you are and figure out personal development and get into a space of belief, get your belief systems up. Some of you guys it's gonna take 3 months, some it's gonna take 6 months, some it's gonna take, 5 weeks. It just depends. Everybody year is gonna start at a different point. Everybody's here is going to start at a different point. But the key is getting started. The key is getting started. I saw a gentleman come in our company that's been around for 5 years. I forgot to mention that. In 18 months, he was at $500,000 a month. $600,000 a month. Okay. So he came in after a lot of people had already been here. A whole lot of people had already been here. And he's at $600,000 a month. Let me tell you why he was able to do that. He made some choices. He worked real hard. He believed that it was possible. He set some goals and he's exceeded those goals. He has a partner who is phenomenal as well. His name is David Ameniti. His wife's name is Chantel Sykes. Some of you guys know the couple. Powerful. The training. He's my mentor. I was going to say my personal mentor. He's not my personal mentor, but he is. They're both my BFFs in my head, okay? In my head. But they're beautiful, 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 beautiful couple. But we have many couples like that. Oh my God. I can't even, I'm not, I just use them as an example because it wasn't too many years ago that he tells his own story that he didn't have a life of abundance. As a matter of fact, I've heard some things. I don't know if he said them or other people said, well, you're just like, wow, really? And he's doing what now? Like 18 months later, he came in our company. Hey. But this is the thing. He's just not learning how to trade. Maybe a few months back, I think he started learning how to trade. And you know what he said? This will be the very last company. Because he's been in network marketing before, and he's definitely had some other successes. Definitely sharp guy. But he said he'll never build again in a network marketing company. He will never build again because today he's learning a skill set that if something happened to this company, he will forever be able to eat. You guys seen that? You guys seen the eat with them before the oh God, I can't even talk. It's a show I call The Four. Is really, I mean, he has some of the most amazing singers on that show. I love to sing. My daughter's an artist, so we get a little guilty pleasure of TV in every once in a while. But listen. I really want to thank you so much for allowing me to share with you a part of my vision, a part of my mission, because my ultimate mission is to create more Black millionaires. Actually, I like to use the word engineer more Black millionaires, which is a part of the Millionaires Matrix. A part of my vision is that there's so many of us. We get together collectively and we start to fund our own dreams, our own banks, our own schools, and we put our people back on the corner of our communities where we can go to the store and we can have self-love inside of our community. My biggest a prayer for my family is that we stop hurting each other, that we get the drug dealers off the streets and we trade the crack houses for trade houses. Because we have a lot of trade houses here in Atlanta. I'm here in Atlanta, by the way. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but I now live in Roswell, Alpharetta, Georgia. I like to say it like that. But, it's time for us to start loving on each other. I was just told over the 4th of July weekend that 113 men in Chicago were shot and killed. I can't even understand that. So we're creating a movement around that. You'll hear more about that, I'm sure. We're creating a movement around that because it's time for some solutions, real talk. People in Chicago hurting. And we need to love on not just Chicago, but we don't want Chicago to end up being Cleveland and in Cleveland, they kind of out there too, but we don't want that to, roll over into other cities, other urban cities where our children, because that could be you or I walking down the street. For those of us who think that that ain't got nothing to do with us, it has everything to do with us, because our children travel and their children travel, and we want each other to start loving on each other and start being in a place where we're happy. When you can help people make money, they're happy. And the mentorship here, oh my God, guys, the things that we do every single day as a team, every single day as we're rebuilding our community, it's beautiful. It is beyond anything I've ever seen, ever been a part of. And with that, I am going to get off here and I'm going to say, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that, you know, I've inspired you to take us up on the challenge to get you to millionaire in a year, whether it's 1 year, whether it's 1.5 years, whether it's 2 years, just get the party started. Because at the end of the day, remember this, that you're choosing and you're attracting everything that's happening. And you have the ability, you are more than capable of loving yourself enough and believing enough in yourself to join us, blindfolded, that you ain't got know really what's going on, to just join us and trust us just a little bit. I like when I heard one of my brothers say, give me 1%, just 1% of your trust, and I will earn the other 99%. Thank you guys so much. Just remember this, keep your head up. Know that I love you. Know that I'm rooting for you. Know that you're in my prayers, and know that we are a winning team. So this is your girl, Dr. Khadija X. Chapman, Coach Millionaire, signing out. And, you know, I look forward to seeing you at the top, because it's lonely at the top. I promise you, it's lonely at the top. We need more of our people at the top being the bosses that I know that you truly are. No more 9 to 5. I'm the new Harriet Tubman, and the Millionaire's Matrix is the new Underground Railroad. So I want to make sure I put that in there somewhere, because real talk, it's time for us to get off of the slave tribe. All right, guys, thank you so much. And with that, I'm out. Trade Nation. I forgot to put that in there. Let me just put that in there. I'm part of the fastest growing team inside of IML, known as Trade Nation. Our chairman 50, which is soon to be chairman 100, is Chad Thompson. So I just got to say, we have the most phenomenal team doing phenomenal things. I'm so excited. I'm so blessed to be a part of this, because this young man who just turned 30 years old, when I tell you, he pours his heart and his soul, and he helps. He's just a real powerful mentor. Young enough to be my son, unfortunately. I hate to say that out loud. However, I look up to him. I mean, age ain't nothing but a number, like Aaliyah said. All right, guys, gotta go. Bye-bye.